We have now interrupted your regularly scheduled programming to bring you.
All right. Welcome back to another broadcast of the Warheads. I'm me, and that's my partner over there. And I don't want to do introductions today, man, because I'm really frustrated. I'm really frustrated, Apocalypto.
Why are you flustered today?
Dude, man, I really feel like the wool was pulled from under us, man. Like, dude, have you ever had a time when like your food hasn't tasted as delicious as it used to, or the music that you've always loved, it doesn't sound as great as it normally does, or the sex that you're having with your woman, with your mate, that sex isn't as great today as it normally is. Have you ever had any of those? Have you ever had a time like
that? Yeah, I can think of a time like dealing with a woman I was dealing with, and we went on a break, and we got back together. And when she comes back, she wants to try these sexual positions and moves she wasn't doing before. I'm like, where'd you learn that, babe? You learned that from me.
Well, look, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm really flustered and frustrated right now, bro. Like I said, the wool has been pulled from under us because we have this story that we're dealing with today with Steph Curry's parents being Dale Curry and the very nice looking Sonya Curry, and apparently there's been a bubbling of rumors that have been coming up about both of the parents actually kind of cheating on each other, with Sonya being the more prominent of the two, because there's actual video of at least her gyrating out there on a few guys and what have you. But there's also some other stuff out there about her too. But before I go in to say what I gotta say, bro, what's your thoughts on this whole deal?
Well, you said something, having the rug pulled out from underneath you. This brings something to mind. All that glitters is not golden in this particular state of love. When I think about this situation, we know infidelity is really nothing new. However, this particular family, they were like the quintessential NBA family. Like, people were aspiring to be like them, looking up to them. You see Steph with his babies and his wife, Aisha. They got cooking shows together. Mom and dad, Dale and Sonya, are cheering for their sons at games. They're wearing different jerseys, like it seemed like a family affair. And then all of a sudden, you see that it's not gold, but fool's gold. But before I get into that, what's your take on all this nonsense, Roscoe?
Again, man, I don't like this, dude. We were, or at least we thought we were privy to seeing like this perfect family, this beautiful looking family, by the way, of the basketball playing dad who has a very decent career, ends up with a beautiful woman, and they have some beautiful kids, and the oldest of the kids goes on to be an NBA player. Matter of fact, for sure Hall of Fame NBA player at this point. I'm pretty sure we can all agree to that. But also the second son, because I think they have 3 kids, but the second son, Seth, he's in the NBA and he's doing his thing. So good looking family, everybody's doing good. Steph has his beautiful wife Aisha. She's doing her thing with the cooking shows and all that. And, we're like I said, we're looking at perfection here. And I was fooled into thinking that, I had hope, bro. I had hope that And my hope was, and I'm looking at these beautiful people, and I'm thinking like, man, I can have what they have. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure I'm like a lot of people thinking that, man, I can achieve what he achieves. He seems like a regular enough dude. You know what I mean? He's not all flash, and he's just going out doing his job, and he gets all this great stuff. But we think we're looking at perfection, but we're really not looking at perfection.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just crazy for me, bro. But you can go ahead and say what you gotta say.
No, I just want to get to the meat and potatoes of it all because Dell Curry, he's up here saying that he's been married to a thought wife. You got to ask yourself, how does Steph feel about this? Like, look at this man's face. He's like, my mom is a thought. And she's been doing this for a while. The video that you spoke of earlier was from 2016. And it was with one of Steph Curry's teammates from Davidson University. But at that same game, you can see the heartbreak on Dale's face as he looks at his wife and he's like, she for the streets. And even looking at this picture over here of a broken heart, Sonya has that look on her face like, you damn right I'm for the streets.
You know what she got? She got that face.
Huh?
No, I was going to say that she got that face like Dr. Phil is questioning her right now, like she's being interrogated by Dr. Phil. That's that face right there.
I'm just looking at this whole situation like, okay, like, well, this was 2016. See, this is what I think happened. I think Dale was probably being hopeful because, from what I understand, Sonya asked for a trial separation. Let me tell you something. Anytime a woman is asking her husband of 33 years for a trial separation, she ready for them streets. She want to hit them streets. Married life ain't working for her no more. That ain't your girl no more. What's that song by Memphis Bleak, Missy Elliott and Jay-Z? Is that your chick?
Yeah.
What Jay-Z say? You share that girl?
Right.
Dale didn't realize, well, maybe he did realize it, but I think sometimes hope springs eternal. And he was hoping that, she would come back home. She was like, nah, these streets is too much fun. And so I have something else to say, but I don't want to say it just yet because I want you to get your points out, bro.
No, I just, on some real stuff though, I just know that nobody wants their business put out in the street like this, so nobody wants this embarrassment out there. And I'm pretty sure, like you said, Dale and his wife have probably had some issues for a long while, and this information probably didn't get out to the public because they wanted to protect their son, the golden boy, basically, of the NBA, while he was basically changing the face of the NBA, which he has, you know what I mean? Like, the league is a 3-point league, and a lot of that is because of Steph. So Steph has been a game changer as far as the game goes. And, the family just didn't want to be a part of disrupting that whole deal while it was happening. He's winning championships. He's out here signing big deals with, I believe, Body Armor on top of, his playing contract. So he's just doing a lot of good stuff. So the family didn't really want to mess with that, I believe. And somehow we're able to keep this under wraps. But yeah, when it's all said and done, it has gotten out. It's ugly, but at the end of the day, we find out that the base of this is really about that. When you talk about all that glitters isn't Golden State, really is. It just goes to show that these people are going through normal situations just like everybody else. You know what I mean? Nobody is exempt from going through the reality of life. Life happens to everybody.
Right. It's definitely taught me a lesson because there's always an undercurrent. You don't always see it, but I look at a situation like this. We've been bamboozled. We've been hoodwinked. We've been led astray.
Yes, indeed.
We didn't land on Dottie Rock. Dottie Rock landed on us.
Mm-mm.
I belong to the
Mm-mm.
street, nigga.
This makes me think of a song by Jill Scott, the beautiful, illustrious, incomparable Jill Scott.
God bless that woman. God bless that woman.
It's from a song called Fool's Gold. And I thought this was so fitting because on one part of the song, she says, somewhere deep inside, I knew you wasn't right. But breaking your spell was a plan I never devised. I would have been here forever living for you, but I would have been living forever as your fool. This was Dale Curry. I know for the longest time he was under the spell of this woman. He kept trying to make this relationship work and last, make it last forever. But Sonya had other plans. She's like, no. You know, now like looking back on it, you can kind of see where Aisha was getting some of her ideas of wanting attention from other men. She had a woman in her very home, her mother-in-law, doing what she's been doing for the past 5-6 years, you know, and so maybe some of that energy was rubbing off on her. Energy doesn't dissipate, and so maybe she was like, well, Sonya's getting this attention, why not me?
You know what you know what me and Apocalypto call this type of energy that Sonya is exhibiting? We call it the thought force. This woman is very, and again, I don't want to be disrespectful to Steph's mom. You know what I mean? But they business is out here. You know what I mean?
Wait. She disrespected her own marriage, so it's fair game at this point.
Yeah, no. I mean, again, she's been on video, you know what I mean, humping and gyrating on people, so it's out here. But yeah, this is just crazy. I feel sad for this dude, but hey, man, the reality is that Dale, when he was playing in the league, you know, he was dealing with the same landscape as any NBA player, probably going back to the 60s or 70s or something like that. Like, thoughts and groupies are what they're gonna be who they're gonna be around, who they're accessible to, or who's accessible to them rather. So yeah, that's what's around. So was Sonya one of these thoughts with a thought force? Is very highly likely. You know what I mean? That she's strong with the thought force. You know what I mean? So again, you know, she influenced this man with her thought energies. You know what I mean? I know Apocalypto, you could probably describe more than I could about how effective her thought force is.
The thought force. I don't know. What comes to my mind is like this young girl Aisha in love with Sonya's son, and she's, you know, tempting her like any cis Lord would do. If you only knew the power of the thought side. And for a time, Aisha tried to resist, but we can see her defenses are slowly crumbling as of late.
Yeah, no, just like Anakin. He was fighting a good fight. You know what I mean? He you know, Padme was right there, but you know, you throw a few obstacles in there, and it just like a lot of these flimsy chicks. Just you throw a few obstacles in there, you know what I mean, and it might change some things. So you know, we just don't know. But yeah, man, you know, her powers are strong.
Powers are strong. She had that whole family pretending for years, so you know her powers are strong.
No, that's a heck of a manipulation. We're gonna be the perfect family. Yes, we are gonna be the perfect family.
No one need not know. I don't know, man. I guess like you said earlier, you said it yourself. The takeaway is no family is perfect. Marriages take work. But it would be nice if before situations got to cheating, because I hear she's dealing with some NFL player now. And I think maybe that was the straw that broke Dale's back after the trial separation. I think maybe he felt like, if they separated for a time and this is alleged, I really don't know. He's not saying anything. The accusations are going both ways. But I'm thinking maybe when he agreed to the trial separation, she probably was like, I just need a little time to myself and I need to grow. And, she really just wanted to be in them streets.
I belong to the street, nigga.
And once he found out about the NFL player, his inner man finally came to the surface and was like, you know what? 55 or not, I got to be out. At any rate, like, comment, subscribe. Come join us as we go on our quest to go in on these topics. I apologize. Warheads out.